having it. Welcome to the scene. It's again time to make more corpses. One less of our friends. Yeah, Kotaro. He will be missed. Anyway, they live in the ants. And then we can begin. Hello, souls. Glad you managed to come home early. You're not gonna miss anything when we go into Ali's life. And we'll see the theory if you're correct. The salted bird. Yeah. Thank you for the haircuts. What do you mean? Just salt and burn? Huh? Has I learned something very fun that I can do? Look how spooky I am. It doesn't track so well. There we go. Okay. Anyway, one more minute and then we can begin. Also, how is Noriko doing anything now? It's been a month, and Kotaro is dead, so there are no bodies coming in. I'm gonna switch the screens already. Yes? You have a theory, Souls? True, she did make such a stupid request. I'm not defending her. I'm just pointing out how she's gonna do things now. We can begin. Just if I remember the volume. And we haven't missed anything because the story is surprisingly straightforward. I'm also slightly worried that there are only 4 CGs left. Are we close to the end? Let us begin. Oh, I'm so mad. I really wish I could scream at him. I really want to scream. He's one of my best customers. I just wish he would take the rules seriously.
I said no free refills.
The squeak of my voice surprises even me. Gosh, I never yelled at a customer before. It feels so liberating. I feel free. The customer hangs his head. He looks as guilty as I feel on the inside. Gosh, I shouldn't raise my voice at him. Stupid. I'm going to get fired for this. I just do it. Just hope that he's into this.
Sorry, Miss Aoi. I'll never ask again, I promise.
Shinya?
Make sure you don't.
Kanasawa like Shinya. Don't let him see you back there. Be fair, girl. Stand up for yourself. The customer scares away, and I only think from the adrenaline pounding through me. What a rush! I can't believe I didn't back down.
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
I feel like I'd calmed down. I fetch a cloth and begin wipe down some tables. This place hasn't been too busy lately. I still shake when I think about the incident last month that drove away a lot of our customers. A man, that tall, scary man with glasses and an evil face. He hurt my sweet little Junpei. He cornered him in this very cafe and stabbed his fingers with cutlery. What kind of sick freak does such a thing? I know there's something between those two. Can't ever forget the time the man left Junpei all bruised and broken on the ground outside his apartment. I hate that man. Who does he think he is? Blowing my sweetheart. Pleasant little chime. Rings out from my pocket, and I recognize it as the notification I sent to let me know when the cafe is closing.
Phew. Guess I better get going.
Luckily for me, I'm not closing duty tonight. My co-workers will take care of all that. Going to do is sign up of the employee app on my phone. My phone shift will be automatically recorded. Then, get paid on time, just like usual.
Bye, everyone.
I'll wave farewell to the other girls and duck out the front door. As usual, the cute little honeybee is awaiting outside.
Sup, baby doll?
Do not speak like that.
Junpei,
Arching his arms and give a big, snuggly cuddle.
I'm so happy to see you.
Of course, babe. I'm always here for you.
I take it back. Junpei, stop walking.
How was your shift?
Not so bad.
Glad to hear it. Guess things really have changed around here.
Yep. It's so much better since the old manager left.
So it was the manager that was the issue. Interesting.
Good, good. You come tell Junpei if anyone else gives you trouble, yeah?
Were you guessing that it was the manager that was the issue? And not a customer? Did the family own their place? I'm not sure.
I will.
And as of this broadcast once more, I immediately feel safe and warm.
Can I come back to your place?
Yes.
He held my hand and leads me towards the train station. I'm so excited to be with him again.
Would you like tea, my dear?
Whoa now, Sugar Plum. You've been serving drinks to people all day. You go kick your feet up, and I'll do the brewing.
Junpei's so thoughtful. Every word he makes it clear how much he cares for me. I'm gonna be sick.
Thank you.
I hear this instruction and nestle myself comfortably into the sofa. As I wait for him to finish up in the kitchen, I scroll through my news feed. I don't have many friends in here. Mainly just family members, but I still like to see what everybody is up to lately. Plus, Junpei always shares funny memes and pics on his profile, so I love seeing those. After scrolling for a minute, I come across a status update from a friend I haven't heard from in a while. Noriko Kurosawa. 2 hours ago. Hey, Tree.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? And that post is short and meaningless. It just says, hey tree. What else could she mean by that? So... when was the last time I talked to Noriko anyway? She used to call me all the time. I used to call her too. But somewhere along the line we fell out of touch. After I introduced her to Junpei, I kind of got the feeling she was jealous. jealous. Naruto always had feelings for me. Being introduced to my boyfriend really hurt her. Oh, that would feel terrible.
Tea, my love.
Junpei sits down 2 teacups on a full, small coffee table in front of the sofa. Steam rises slowly from both cups. The silent scent immediately relaxes me.
Thank you, Pumpkin.
Oh, that's a good description of him. Junpei scoots onto the sofa right next to me and he leans his head on my shoulder. I raise a hand and run it through his hair as I continue scrolling through noise with my other hand. A post from a guy I went to school with, Shinya Fujikawa, grabs my attention. 5 hours ago, one step closer and solving the mystery of the deaths around Tokyo. Helping my father, Senior Detective Fujikawa collected evidence from the crime scenes. It's like a dream come true. Thank you, father. Interesting. I think Senior always wanted to be a detective. Come to think of it, we were supposed to work together at Temuji. Senior lined up that job for me and
Who's this dude?
Junpei's gaze is fixed on Shinya's profile picture.
Oh, Shinya?
I tap on his pic and load his full
We
profile.
went to school together.
I scan through his profile and read more of his recent posts. 2 days ago, my father has enlisted me to help with his top secret investigation. Gotta divulge any further information. Our lips are sealed. Top secret. 4 days ago, I'm so happy I managed to get a lead on this case. I submitted some information to the detective in charge of the serial murders around Tokyo. Senior Detective Fujikawa, who just happens to also be my father, and he said I can join the investigation team as a probationary member.
This guy has a real father complex, doesn't he?
He does.
Maybe.
7 days ago. No one tells you what to expect when you experience heartbreak. They broke up with... They broke up? Tama and Shinya broke up? No one tells you how whole and empty you will feel. It's important to show yourself in your work. I will do so.
Heartbreak? Something about this dude tells me he's never had a girlfriend in his life.
Huh. I wonder...
8 days ago? Farewell, Milo. I'm sorry I couldn't be the man you wanted me to be. Tome Watanabe, my soulmate, my other half, my one and everything. Please forgive me. What have you done? What have you done, Shinya?
Jeez. Have some dignity, dude.
Wow. He really likes to share everything, doesn't he? I swear, he never used to be this dramatic.
Junpei yawns and puts his arm around me. A classic move. He's so sweet and romantic. My phone down and snuggling to his body. It's like a big, soft teddy bear.
I should get going once I finish this cup of tea.
Really? Do you have to go?
Yeah, sorry, babe. I gotta check in on Mom tonight.
Oh, okay.
You'll be okay, right?
Mm,
Being alone forms epitomize
Don't worry. I'll help you out before I leave.
thank you.
Junpei takes one last sip of his tea and gets on his seat.
I'll check the usual stuff.
Yes, please.
He walks behind the sofa and ruffles my hair with a rough hand. The bandages wrap around his fingers so close against my scalp. As he wanders around the small apartment, he calls out to me.
Oven and stovetop are both switched off. The kitchen tap is off, no drips.
He moves into the bathroom and his voice echoes against the tiled wall.
Tap is off in here too. And the shower is off.
Finally, he moves to the front door.
I'll lock this door properly when I walk out. You just have to put the deadbolt in place, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Anytime, sugar.
That's all the advice on you, Junpei.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Love.
I still don't like him, though. That Junpei walks out of the door and closes it behind him. I quickly dash from the sofa to the door and slide the deadbolt into
Well
place.
done. The door is locked. The door is locked. The door is locked.
A deep breath and tiptoe back to the sofa to collapse on it. Junpei's so good to me. It truly helps me out. When I'm alone, I find it so hard to be sure that everything is in order. I can't sleep or leave the apartment if there's a possibility that I've left a tap running or appliance switched on. I can't relax if the door might be unlocked. I have to check things again and again until there's no shadow of a doubt that things are the way they should be. I don't remember when this obsessive-compulsive behavior first started, but I've been battling it for as long as I can recall. At the very least, when Junpei is here, he checks everything for me. So good to me. It saves me so much time. It stops me from constantly having to check in front of the kitchen sink for 5 minutes, constantly checking and double-checking if the tap is running. Logically, I know it's easy to see if the water is falling from the faucet. You can see it. You can hear it. You can feel it if you slip your hand underneath the flow. But logic rarely applies when I find myself second-guessing my own senses. There's something in my eye. Must be the water. I can glance at the faucet and tell myself that it's turned off properly. It's not dripping. But when I turn away, what if I'm wrong? What if it's still actually running? I feel like my mind is betraying me. I feel like I can't trust anything I see or hear. When in doubt, it should be a simple matter of just quickly checking one more time. The more I check, the less certain I become. And it's not just the faucet I have trouble dealing with. It's nearly everything. I unplugged the appliance from the power sockets to make sure they're definitely not running. I flicked the light switches on and off 20 times in a row to ensure I had left the bulb on when I leave the room. I open and close the doors repetitively. The locks are the worst. I have to examine them from every possible angle to convince myself that no one can possibly break in. My condition is completely and utterly fucked up. Struggling against it has caused utter horrible afflictions to evolve inside me. Anxiety, depression, self-hatred. I just feel like I can't do anything without the shadow of doubt, my compulsive behaviors looming over me and controlling me. I just don't know. And so tonight, like many other nights, I decide to sleep right where I am, here on the sofa. Getting up and going to my bedroom is too much effort. Sleeping where I am is just much easier. I begin to drift up, my face plunged against the sofa cushion, and legs straight over to the armrest. Also, Junpei didn't go help her mom. I'm thankful I have to work at the main cafe today. My neck is a little sore from the terrible night's sleep, but I won't let that get me down. It's Monday, the start of a fresh and new week. I have lots of exciting things to look forward to. For starters, I'm expecting a delivery of some items I ordered online over the weekend. It's mostly snack food, still, I can't wait. Secondly, I get to see Junpei again after this afternoon. I'm going to meet him when he finishes work. Third, my favorite anime airs on Monday nights. It's a new episode every week. Well, except for when they run repeats after a season has just finished. Junpei loves anime as much as I do. Granted, he's not into my favorite series. He says he's a little too girly, but he likes a lot of other shows. We have so much fun discussing characters and stories we like, even if the shows he watches scare me a little bit. Yes, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good week. My upbeat mood is instantly shattered when Noriko Kurosawa's name lights up on my phone screen. She's calling me? We haven't spoken in so long. Why? What does she want from me? Noriko, she's such a chore. She whines and complains so much about her life, but she doesn't know how good she has it. So what if she's scared of leaving her apartment? Agoraphobia isn't that bad. Noted. I'm scared of everything. Everything. She's so selfish, thinking she's the only one who has it wrong. I'm so tired of tiptoeing around her feelings and her stupid sensitivities.
Hello, Aoi? Hi, Noriko. Hey, listen. I know it's been a while, but can I stay at your place for a few days? I got booted out of my apartment for not paying the rent, and, Well, I was living in this abandoned factory, but I can't do it anymore. I hate being there alone. The guy I was spending time with just disappeared, and now... Allie? Are you there?
Is this crazy bitch for real? She hasn't spoken for me for weeks, months, and now she wants to live in my apartment.
Allie? Sorry, Noriko. You can't stay here. Well, fuck you too.
Wow! Wow! Really showing her real self. My phone beeps twice and the call abruptly ends. What the hell is her problem? If I can even blink, she calls me again. I'm hesitant to answer this time. But
Noriko. Sorry, I overreacted. I think I'm in trouble. I think Corpse Girl is trying to kill me, and I need somewhere safe to stay.
Obscure's trying to kill her. I think Noriko has finally lost the plot. Whatever sliver of sanity she once held onto has finally slipped between her fingers.
Noriko, Corpse Girl isn't trying to kill you. What? How would you know? You are Corpse Girl. Remember?
How would you know, Allie?
What? How do you... I'm the one who wants to kill you.
What?
I'm going to fucking murder you in your sleep.
Neither someone convinces me that her memory is returning. Have she called in some delirious state or because of some fever dream?
Shit.
The call disconnects as she curses. Stupid bitch, did she seriously forget who she was talking to? I've had it up with her. As soon as Junpei works at the location of her factory, I'm going to go there myself and slit her throat open with my fingernails. Well, Souls, look at you, you were right. I'll let her bleed out all over me and tell her that she'd never been a thing to me. I don't care how much she loves me, I'll end her life quickly, before she has a chance to confess her feelings in one last gasping, dying breath. Once Noriko is dead, the human removal service will no longer have any competition. I'll finally be able to take her place as Corpse Girl. You were very right. But it clearly is a power play here. During our school years, I was always envious of Noriko. She was beautiful, so slim and graceful. She had wonderful family, passion, loved her more than anything. I never had any of that. I wanted so badly to be her. I struggled with my weight back then, but that wasn't the worst of it. I had an abusing mother, a father that essentially ignored my existence. Well, what the hell killed me by splitting my neck out? What? What? Until you killed me by splitting my neck open, I wouldn't give it anything to trade places with Noriko and feel alive again. True, never trust the nice ones. It didn't matter to me. The Noriko complained about every aspect of her life. She moaned about how she despised her delinquent sister. She griped about her father walked out on her, but still sent her a birthday card every year. She lamented over the time her mother tried to kill herself in front of her and her sister, or her mother hung from the ceiling barely alive for hours and hours until Yuriko figured out to call for an ambulance. I would have taken all of the trauma over my own upbringing. I would have traded my life for hers without a second thought. I had no idea how lucky she was. Even after all these years, I never really overcame my envy of her. I even went as far as to request her death through the Corpse Girl's website, and there we have it. It was Aoi who requested her death. pieces are being put together. Of course she didn't die. How could she have? Simply figured out before I did. He forced his way into Corpscrill's website in view of the death request. I told you it was him. Someone, Noriko, had voiced a comment on a request that I submitted. A single line of text never intended to be seen by other eyes. That's me, bitch. Knowing that she had become Corpscrill made my jealousy grow. I wanted to take her place. I would have taken a fury, just like they feared her. I would have any other life, anything would let me escape my own hell's half-existence. Thanks to trawling through her website, Jumpy figured out that the whole thing was essentially a hoax. Corpscrill had no ability to cause death. Noriko was simply trying to con people into ending their own lives. It was pathetic. It made me laugh. I decided I would play along with Noriko's delusion in order to ensure her downfall. It's finally time. I get to meet Junpei at the station and walking home. Yay! The Noise Corporation office is within the walking distance from Shinjuku train station. Getting there is a breeze. Junpei works at the 30th floor of the massive office complex. He's one of the top dogs. He's really worked hard to get where he is. So proud of him. It's kind of funny the guy almost got a job here. The Timothy off building is so close to Junpei's office. Nark and Shinya hooked me up and I completely bailed on them. Oh well. At that time, I had no idea the love of my life worked nearby. I think I'm right on time. Since Junpei should be here any second. As I wait patiently, the familiar-looking girl climbs up the stairs and wanders past me. Her outfit is kind of unprofessional. I wonder if she's an office employee. She looks a bit like a troublemaker. Where have I seen her before? She caught me staring at her. She's walking towards
Hey,
me.
don't I know you from somewhere?
This Tomoe. No time to run away. She's running by me.
Yeah, you're Noriko's friend, right? Aoi?
Noriko's friend. Everything's always about fucking Noriko.
Yes, and you are...
The mask girl swoops her hair out of her face and leers at...
Tomoe, a friend of hers as well.
Oh,
I suddenly remember where I'd seen Tomoe before. I think she was in some of Shinya's photos. You the girl that Shinya was dating and broke up with?
how is Noriko?
Dunno. Was hoping you could tell me. Haven't seen that skank in weeks.
I see. I haven't seen her either.
Righto. Well, I'll see you around.
It's like that. Girl presses past me and doesn't even look back.
I...
Much as she wanders along the platform.
Yo, babe!
Junpei!
What up, doll? Hey, that chick you were just talking to? She works at Temuchin. I see her walking around here all the time. She's the one I told you about.
Wait, that's her?
Yup. She used to help that Kochiro asshole deliver putties for Corpse Girl.
Ah. Like... There's no hope here, souls.
I've been waiting for ages to introduce you to. Oh!
Another Junpei immediately break into a
Go
run.
get her, babe.
Junpei's tears fade as I leave it behind. Tomoe, she's the one helping Naruto, helping Corpscrill. We've been waiting for a chance to follow her. Junpei has been keeping an eye on her, but her actions and movements are erratic and hard to predict. I know, right? He is really disgusting. Today, I unfortunately had the opportunity to follow her. She's connected to so many people. Naruto, Kochiro, Shinya, they're all involved in Corpscrill's operation. but to track them all down one by one and cremate them like cadavers. Of course, I'm saving Noriko for last. I'll slice her open, bathe in her blood, and be born again from her corpse. I'll assume her identity in literal light and leave my own painful existence behind. I'll as messed up as everyone else. Race along as fast as my legs will let me. My feet out against a train platform, several people passing by to stop to watch me out of curiosity. As long as someone doesn't notice I'm tailing her, I don't care who sees me. I follow her all the way to the end of the left platform, till I blend into the crowd as we board the same train. Are you sure, Souls? Do tell me, what's the shit plan here? I knock on the door, but I can only assume it's Thomas' apartment. True. The answer sits before him up and shoots me a quizzical look. As soon as the door is all the way open, I dash forward and slam the Tomoe with full force of my tiny body.
Fuck!
I tumble into the apartment. Tomoe doesn't even lose her balance. She's a lot bulkier than I am. She absorbs more of the impact and manages to remain standing. She grits her teeth and plants her hands on my shoulders, only to push me back with a mighty shove.
Fuck are you playing at? You just tackled me!
I swing a fist at her face. She catches me off guard when she sidesteps my punch and brings her knee up to into my gut. I reel back, but the injury doesn't bother me.
Take that, you dumb skank! I'll teach you to attack me! I don't care if you're Noriko's friend! I'll put you in the fucking ground!
Souls is here. Betting on Tomoe, I'm here betting on I. The long thick nails rake across my face and blood pours from my torn skin. I stand firm and stare her down.
You're allied with Corpse Girl, right?
Is that what this is about? I don't give a shit about all that anymore. It's all behind me.
You know Corpse Girl's identity?
Of course I do. Why? Are you curious? Got someone you want to have killed?
No. I know that it's Noriko.
You're damn right. I should have guessed that a friend of hers would be just as psychotic. Noriko can go fuck herself for all I care. I'm done with her shit.
So am I. I'm going to kill her.
Tomoe raises an
That
eyebrow.
so? Well, she kinda has it coming.
I see.
Corpse Girl is done and dusted. Doubt the public even remembers her these days. It's all about the human removal service. Noriko's just Noriko now. But I still won't forgive her for what she did to Kojiro.
She did. Oh? What is she talking about? Does she know something I don't?
What happened to Kojiro?
Do you even know who he is?
I do.
He warned me about her, you know?
Oh! Tomoe thinks that Noriko killed Kojiro. Oh! Oh, this is interesting.
He said she'd discard us as soon as we weren't useful anymore. Sure enough, she had him killed. Fucking burned him alive.
That's not the case. Ironically, if Aoi and Junpei didn't interrupt, this wouldn't be happening right now. Yeah. If they didn't intervene, it would have looked like that Kojiro just had a suicide. Interesting. Tomoe thinks Noriko killed Kojiro, when in reality, Junpei took care of that freak. He burned the entire mood down around him. I suppose Kojiro's death caused Noriko's and Tomoe's relationship to fall apart. Everything worked out better than Junpei planned.
Noriko will die. And so will you for your role in helping her.
Oh, come on. Why are you so insistent on messing with me? I ain't never done nothing to you. Hang on.
You know, this girl exudes the air of stupidity. I didn't expect her to actually be this dense. Surely she's figured out by now.
The human removal service?
I don't say anything.
Kidding me. You're the one Noriko has been fighting against this whole time. And you're her best friend.
Your point?
Are you the leader of your little group?
No.
Right.
When Tomoe passes a brush her hair behind her ear, I strike. My hand darts towards and grips her throat, and I begin to crush it between my fingers. The girl kicks and flails. She beats her fists against my outstretched arm. But I don't flinch. The girl I am trashing brings me no joy. I wish people would simply accept their fate. Despite how tightly I'm squeezing her throat, she manages to form the beginning of a word. I can only guess that she's trying to call for Shinny. Shinny, the idiot boy she already broke up. Can't save her now. I had to make flip and stride forward, pushing Tomoe back and pinning her against the wall. She kicks, looks out at me, and hits me directly in the knee. I refuse to buckle. Her fingers continuously claw my arm, slashing into flesh and sending flecks of blood across the terrain. She thinks she can hurt me. She thinks she can fight her way out of her fate. But nothing she does will ever injure me. She can't hurt the dead. The thought repeats in my mind as my face crashes into the floor. A ringing sound in my ears causes me to question what just happened. The residual shock waves of a dull impact of my skull flow through my head. I wouldn't call it pain or even an ache, just a sensation that something collided with me. But I'm already on the floor, my lips pressed against the hard floor, my eyes twitching and 70 shards of pottery falling to the floor around me. A blanket of darkness descends over me, and I hear the rapid sound of Tomoe breathing and someone's voice asking, "Are you okay?" The question isn't directed at me. I don't think anyone cares that I'm lying here in my own blood. Congrats! I can't count how many movies I've seen where characters claim they had an out-of-body experience. I've heard stories in real life people want to bring up death or unconscious those tales how they could view their own body from a lofty spiritual perch. I never put much stock into such nonsense. How can someone dead or dying view the world with any form of clarity? When I died all those years ago, I didn't experience such a thing. It was kind of disappointing, even though I didn't expect much. Being clapped across the head in Tomoe's apartment was a completely different experience at the time glass shards pierced my neck. I feel like I'm teetering at the edge of consciousness, riding around on the hard floor. I can see some light, some blurred shapes, and I can see my body down below. My body, delicate and frail and slowly decaying. I don't get it. Why would I have an out-of-body experience now of all times? I sure as hell didn't experience anything of the sort when my father slit my neck. So why now? I wonder if any of my victims ever suffered from hallucinations like this before dying. It's gotta be Ida and all those people on the train platform experienced this after I cut them. Did Katami, Ida, and all those people on the train platform experience this after I cut them open? It wasn't Ida who killed everyone. It was Aoi. Aoi went and slaughtered all of them. They also helplessly looked down on their own bodies from above as the train screeched past. And Nikatsuno? And boy, did she scream when I pushed her over the balcony railing. Well, this also proves. So, it was Aoi killing people. also, remember, in the beginning of the game, that's not what Emmy experienced. She didn't experience of her being pushed. She experienced her jumping. Did her spirit leave her body to look down on her splattered corpse? What about the other nameless souls that claimed from Noriko's website? There have been so many bodies piled up, countless gifts pledged in Corpscrew's name. I didn't kill them because I wanted to shed blood. I did it to delude Noriko. That was the goal at the start anyway. Noriko never caught on what I was doing. She took all the credit, thinking she was some all-powerful being in control of the fate of her victims. She never even tried to understand the truth. I slipped away from her, cutting and strangling and slashing and slicing. I piled up bodies for Noriko, but Corpscrew claimed all the kills. It was a pointless endeavor. I think she would have spiraled into madness even without the power trip. So, it was Aoi. Aoi requested Noriko's death. She's been behind this. I suppose it doesn't matter now. Things have changed. My only focus now is to kill Noriko. I should have done so right at the start. I'd kill her for wasting my time. As I look down on the body below, I see a girl too scared to go on, too scared to struggle anymore. It's a shame. If I wasn't killed years ago, I might have had the chance to live a normal life. Well, there's nothing else for it. I feel my strength returning in my body. It's a strange sensation, because I know I'm not returning to life. How could I? I've been dead far too long. My only chance is to claim Noriko's life for my own. I'll become her and discard this rotting walking corpse. Tuesday morning? I can hardly see without my glasses. Everything is blurry, foggy, lacking a solid outline. Colors fade in other colors, blue blends into purple and yellow melts into brown. It doesn't help that I'm partially colorblind. Never had much telling red and green apart anyway. This is why red and green are flipped. Without my glasses, I'm practically blind. Helpless.
You're finally awake.
They're all ghosts. Help!
Fucking skank.
She spits at me and her saliva drips down the side of my face. It's warm. And none of this would have happened. None of this would have happened if you didn't attack Tomoe. If you both went together against Noriko, it would have been all fine. I tried to slash out at her, want to find my arms had been bound to my side. I try to scream out, but my mouth is gagged with what I can only assume is a sock. I try to lunge forward, but I'm strapped tight to the wooden chair I'm sitting in.
I can't believe this. This is so strange. I just...
Shut up, Shinya. Jeez.
Sorry.
The bullet forms as Toma and Shinya are pacing the room. Even without my full vision, I can tell that the room is bright. Sunlight is pouring in from the open window. Just how much time has passed since I was knocked unconscious? And why have they tied me up here? I scream into the mouth gag, somehow loud enough to capture their attention. Toma strides towards me and pulls the damn sock from my mouth.
What do you want?
I mumble something about being unable to see. Toma swears, stumbles around a bit, then forcefully pushes my glasses onto my face.
What are you going to do to me?
I don't know. That's up to this genius.
My arm gestures towards Shinya. Half pointed finger loaded with accusations.
Me? Look, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I just saw you were in trouble, so...
Why are you here anyway? We're done. Over.
I wanted to see you.
I'm not in a mood for the lover squirrel.
Let me go. Or bury me. Either way, don't keep me here.
You nearly killed me, bitch! It's taken all my strength not to murder you right here!
Go ahead. Try it. You can't kill the dead.
You're a freak.
Let me call my father. I'm sure he can take her in for questioning. He can find out her motives for attacking you.
I already know why she attacked me. She's trying to take down everyone associated with
Mama cuts herself short.
Never mind that.
I wonder, is Celia not privy to Thomas' relationship with Corpse Girl? Intriguing. As Thomas' former boyfriend, I simply assumed he was a part of the operation. I thought he was accomplice. If he doesn't know anything, then I don't need to kill him. One less person to deal with before I go after Noriko. So that means it's just Tomoe. However, I need to focus on getting out of here first.
If you let me go, I'll never bother you again.
That's not gonna work. Hello.
Why should I believe you? You followed me to my freaking home!
I'm sorry.
Why?
Then I'll exchange information for my release. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Lie.
Like I care! I'm done with all the shit between Noriko and you!
Noriko? Has she got something to do with this?
Shut up, Shinya!
India. Perhaps he's glad to get out of here. I throw my head to him and wait until he looks directly at me.
Shinya, I'm so thirsty. Can I have some water?
He pauses, but if someone doesn't interfere, he ducks out of sight. I turns within seconds, holding a half-filled cup out to
Here.
me. I bow forward, press against my restraints, and take a sip of lukewarm tap water.
Thank you.
It's worth noting how easy he is to manage the lid. It's the complete opposite of my Junpei. He's strong and independent, and he doesn't let anyone mess with him.
So, about my offer, will you let me go if I share information about the human removal service?
Shinya's face turns pale.
The human removal service? That's...
I really couldn't care less about all of that. I told you, I'm done with everything.
I see.
Tomoe. She might have information that can assist with my investigation. We have to accept her offer.
Oh, please. You're no cop as much as you fancy pretending to be one.
I already told you that Father accepted me as part of the investigation team.
You're a hack, a wannabe.
Why can't you just be happy for me?
I wonder what happened to break out the relationship.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Mama storms up, the sheer force of her anger causing the walls to tremble. Shinya and I are alone in the room. I don't waste another second.
Shinya, I don't know everything that's going on, but it sounds like you're trying to solve the murder cases, right?
That's right. I'm really helping the investigation team, you know?
That's good. Very good. Please, I have information that might help you. Will you let me go if I share it with you?
His nervous eyes dart around, searching for any sign of Tomo's presence, and then he looks me dead in the eyes, and this is the last thing I'd ever expected to
I'll
hear.
let you go if you help me kill Noriko Kurosawa.
What? Sorry?
This is your apartment?
Yes.
Please forgive me for intruding.
Shinya bows politely and removes his shoes. He places them carefully in front of the doorstep and takes a stride forward. Takes a quick look around before turning to me.
You have a nice place.
Oh, please. I wish I would cut the formalities. We're here to discuss serious business. It's acting like we're new co-workers or something. I walk over to the door and make sure it's fully closed. Light the deadbolt to the
The
place.
door is locked.
I whisper under my breath so Shinya can't hear
The
it.
door is locked.
Being in places like this has become a sort of mantra. It helps me concentrate. But about 90% sure the door is actually locked, I wander back to Shinya. It takes all my willpower to refrain from turning back and checking once more. Thankfully, Shinya distracts me from my inner turmoil.
Is everything you told me true? I want to make sure I have all the facts straight.
Yes, it's true. All of it.
The truth intermingled with lies is still a truth, right? I'd like to have been told my left two of us alone in her apartment. If I had to explain things to her, I would have had to give her inside information on the Human Removal Service's operations. Anything less could have clashed with her existing knowledge and caused her to doubt me. But Sam had to explain this to Shinya. I'd already determined that Shinya wasn't in the loop, so I concocted a convincing lie in order to secure his cooperation, and he bought it.
Just want to get my head around it. Noriko Kurosawa is Corpse Girl. She's the one that was behind the initial string of murders across the city. She delivered photos and corpses to her victims in order to convince them that they would die soon. And that had the effect of causing people to kill themselves. Almost a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Of course, all of this part is true. Kind of. Shinya doesn't need to know that I acted behind the scenes and brought the victims low by my own hand. Those acts of violence almost seem like a distant memory now. I was so committed to aiding Noriko that I couldn't think of anything else. In the end, my existence didn't help my own situation. I only propelled Noriko's ego into the stars and continued to suffer my cursed half-existence. Just a moment.
But it wasn't long before another group started killing people in much the same way as Noriko did. A group called the Human Removal Service. They've killed hundreds, if not thousands of people in the past months.
Again, all true so far.
You were enslaved by Noriko? Forced against your will to infiltrate the Human Removal Service and bring them down from the inside?
That's right.
He's a fucking idiot.
That explains why you want to kill Noriko. You want to be free from her. Even if it isn't exactly the legal thing to do.
Legal? What kind of pedestal is this guy standing on? He specifically requested the citizens to do the exact same thing. He wants Noriko dead just like I
But
do.
if I remember correctly, you only managed to learn one important thing about the Human Removal Service, right?
Yes.
The group is made up of dozens of members. Dozens of people that all masquerade as the leader known as the Herald. There's no single person responsible for the murders. It's the joint effort of a large group, all striking across the city simultaneously.
Yeah. He's so easily tricked.
Am I correct?
And there's the real kicker. He's absolutely spot on. I didn't mind sharing this tidbit of information with him. It does nothing to assist with his investigation. I'm wrapping the lie that I was Noriko's lackey, and a blanket of truth makes everything all the more convincing.
Yes. That's right.
Phew, okay. I think I understand everything. Thank you for your help.
There's one thing I'm not entirely comfortable about. Shinya hasn't been forthcoming with his reasons for wanting Noriko dead. If I don't hear the question, I feel like he will never address it.
Can you tell me why you want to kill Noriko?
He tries to back away from the question by twiddling his thumbs and pretending to examine at the nearby wall.
Shinya, I need to know. Otherwise, how can I trust you?
Trust. It's a word that has always made me laugh. How can I trust anybody? I couldn't even trust my own parents, people who swore to raise and protect me. My mother hit me when I misbehaved, when I overslept by 5 minutes or raised my voice ever so slightly. I was a child. How could I ever trust her not to slash out at me? My father, how could I ever trust him after he killed me? And Noriko, the one friend I opened up to, the one person who knew all about my struggles. She betrayed me. She kept her perfect life out of reach, taunted me, dangled it in front of me like a cat on a string. And when I asked to share her life with her, she completely misinterpreted. She told me she loved me, told me she wanted to be with me. She wanted to shower me with gifts, hold my hand, be intimate with me. She wanted to be my girlfriend, but how could I ever be intimate with her after what I went through? She didn't understand me. She didn't understand that I wanted to be her, not be with her. What's with the slow playing cells? She wouldn't trade lights with me, so how could I ever trust her? How would I trust her when she said she loved me but wasn't willing to make a sacrifice to make me happy? I know. How is it any much better than anyone else here? Everyone is full of shit, and I'll never trust anybody again. Somebody spends every day trying to prove his love to me. He assists me with my compulsive behavior. He helps me with my shopping, helps me with my apartment neat, and helps me keep my apartment neat and tidy. Do I trust him? No. I know what he wants from me. He's no better than Noriko. He's willing to jump through the hoops for me in hopes that he will eventually conquer my flesh. Even when he tries to help out with my compulsions, I don't have full faith in him. He takes it upon himself to complete my checklist of rituals in order to spare me distress. But more often than not, I still have to go ahead and double check everything, just to make sure he didn't fuck anything up. If I can't even trust him with that, then I know I'll never be able to trust another soul with anything. Against you now, nervously pacing around the apartment, I decide not to put any stock into what he says next. There's no in hell I'll believe whatever comes out of his mouth.
Noriko is my friend, but my father, Chief Detective Fujikawa, in case you didn't know, has declared her the prime suspect of our investigation. Thing is, Father isn't the most lenient person, and he's been cracking under stress lately.
How?
If he finds Noriko, if he arrests her, there will be no trial. She'll simply get life behind bars. Guaranteed.
I thought it was the manager. And then she claimed that it was a family member. So, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure who she was. I'm not sure who she was referring to. She hangs his head, and I hear quite soft.
Our country's idea of justice? She doesn't deserve anything less than death for her crimes. Letting her live safely behind bars isn't a punishment. It's an act of mercy. I want to ensure Noriko receives true justice, fitting judgment for the lives she destroyed.
You know, she is kinda... She is right about one thing. Fujikawa won't be able to make the case stick. For one simple reason. Noriko is insane. She will bleed insanity and will be locked up in asylum instead. So either way, killing her seems to be the best course of action here if you want justice to her. What she's saying just doesn't add up. How does she know she won't receive the death penalty? That's also a good point. Japan has death penalty. Why wouldn't they just give her the death penalty? Right. Bleed insanity. You cannot kill insane people. It's true that it's not common punishment, but it's still legal in this country, especially so for a case of mass murder. Does Shinya have information that I don't?
I need to find her. I need to hand her the justice that my father is too cowardly to deliver.
Whatever. I'm really sick of this guy. He acts like he's personally wronged by Noriko's crimes. Like he's so high and mighty and he knows what's best. I don't see a single person that Noriko killed.
Fine. To be honest, I don't really care about your reasons.
I know, right?
As long as you want Noriko dead, then our goals are the same. But I have to ask, will you turn yourself into the police after you kill her?
Once again, Shinya hangs his head.
I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't.
And leaves his sentence hanging in midair. It wasn't exactly a confirmation.
There's only one problem. I have no idea where Noriko's hiding. She doesn't live in her apartment anymore. She doesn't show up to her office. I know that she has a factory that she runs her operation from, but I can't find it.
No.
I see. I might be able to help.
Ow.
Tomoe and Noriko used to spend a lot of time together. Not sure what they used to get up to. I checked the travel history on Tomoe's IC card, and she made a lot of trips to Shinokubo.
Her IC card. That would be funny. That they're all the way there to kill her and she offed herself or some whatever. For people traveling by train every day, buying a single-use ticket is often a pain in the ass. Reusable IC cards are much more convenient. You can top them with the money and simply swipe through the ticket gates to have your train fare automatically deducted. As well, to keep record of your transaction history and stations you've traveled so to recently. The fact that Shinya even thought to look at Tomo's travel history makes me want to reconsider my initial assessment of the guy's detective skills.
In Okubo, you say?
Yeah. Can't imagine what she was doing there, but all the dates she traveled to that station coincide with days she claimed to be hanging out with Noriko.
I still don't think Shinya realizes that Tomoe was in on Noriko's operation. Regardless, this is valuable information. So, yes, but that also depends how far he went on that. Because if it's some kind of open information or he glanced at the phone, yes, he cannot use that in the court, but that doesn't matter. That's not incriminating evidence. But I'm fairly certain... at least in my case, I only need really is the card number to see where if the person has traveled anywhere. Chances are good that Noriko and Tomoe spent a lot of time together at their factory, and that factory may very well be located in Shinokubo. I'll feed this information to Chunpei and see what he thinks of it. Perhaps he knows something I don't.
Thanks for the info. That's enough for today. I'll contact you when I locate Noriko.
Oh, say, just one more thing.
What is it?
If you've been wanting to kill her, then why haven't you just called her and asked her to meet up with you?
He thinks he's so clever. He thinks he has everything all worked out. He doesn't know shit.
It's not that easy. I need to find where she's living and running her operation from. I want to destroy everything involved with Corpse Girl. I want to burn her factory to the ground.
More lies. Lies on top of lies. The truth of the matter is Noriko knows perfectly well my intentions for her, even if she temporarily forgets it during moments of delirium. She would never agree to meet up with me. Not now. Things were different not so long ago, but I missed that opportunity. Noriko worked up my position in the Human Removal Service. She figured out that I'm the Herald, the one responsible for slicing and dicing. She doesn't know there's more than one Herald, but that's irrelevant. She doesn't know that I'm responsible for the massive bodies that are across Tokyo thanks to Corpse Girl's website. However, as long as she knows I'm a threat, she'll never agree to meet with me. How she came to the conclusion that I'm the enemy is beyond me. She's a sharp person, despite teetering on the edge of total breakdown. It doesn't matter. The point is, I can't simply call and meet up with her. Besides, I actually do want to locate the factory just as much as I want to locate her. The factory is where I plant myself. It's where I'll start my life anew. It's where I grow and blossom into the new corpse girl once I've taken over Noriko's identity. This is some techno level of shit. Sina is contemplating my answer. It seems good enough
Fair
for me.
enough. You want to see Corpse Girl completely and utterly defeated. I get that. That's your idea of justice.
Why just had a god complex? He wasn't delirious. There's a big difference in there. And ironically, it was that god complex that took him down in the full part of the series.
Sure.
Agreeing with him will make this ordeal of the conversation end quicker.
I'm going to get some rest. So,
Okay. I understand. I'll take my leave. Call me when you locate Noriko, okay?
yes.
Bye.
Farewell then.
He makes his way to the door, and I don't take my eyes off of him until he disappears through the portal. When he's gone, I tiptoe towards the door and confirm it's fully closed, and make sure the door is snugly nested in the wooden frame. I lock the door handle, then slide the deadbolt into place.
The door is locked.
Is it?
The door is locked.
I can't be certain. My eyes that fail me on a daily basis that betray my mind with illusions and phantoms. The door seems to be locked. But why should I trust my eyes? I don't trust anyone. Why should I trust parts of myself? I can't even see colors clearly. Red, green, whatever. I can't see anything without the aid of glasses. The door has to be locked. It has to be, otherwise I won't be able to walk away. I won't be able to think about it until I come back and check again and again and again and again.
The door is locked.
I turn away, take a deep breath, and then immediately turn back.
The door is locked. The door is locked.
I'm pretty sure the deadbolt is in place. It certainly looks in place. I'm so exhausted. I'm tired of routines and rituals. Why can't I just walk away? If I walked away, the problem wouldn't exist. I wouldn't be stuck standing here, checking and double-checking something so trivial. If I could walk away, I wouldn't be so full of stress, so wrapped up about things that ultimately don't matter. Another deep breath, and I step back.
The door is locked.
I turn, run, dash, and spring through the room, spring through the hallway. I slam my booty into my bedroom door, throwing it wide open. I collapse on my bed, ignore the nagging in my brain telling me that the door is unlocked. I ignore it until it feels too real and have to scratch at my flesh just to distract myself. I pull my pillow over my head and hold it tightly around my face. I'm safe here, sit in my bed. The door is locked. Locked. I try to convince myself to fall asleep. Tell myself I'll feel better after I rest. I hope I locked the front door. Wednesday morning, and I'm going to have a little break here. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. I'm back.
So yeah, like, I reckon I'll have some work for you soon.
Well, that was quick.
The other heralds have been keeping the numbers up.
Thank you, Souls.
There just haven't been any requests for this area lately, you know?
Yeah.
I'm only half listening to Junpei. He said something about why I haven't been tasked with killing anyone lately, but I don't really care about the reasons. Junpei's only one in contact with the leader of the Human Removal Service. That just take the orders, like all the other heralds. Only one in contact with the leader of the Human Removal Service. So there is a leader. Not that I've met any of them. Every herald has their own district, their own turf. A request comes through our website, it gets allocated to the herald closest to the victim. It must have been a week since I got the last. Since I last got the kill, maybe 2 weeks. It's not that I like the killing. It's not that I want to do it. I followed the request simply as a way to antagonize Noriko. So I rolled a play in backing her into a corner and shutting down Corpse Kill. And so far, thanks to the contributions to the Human Removal Service, we have been incredibly successful. Corpse Girl is all but a distant memory to the general public. If people really want to request somebody's death, they come to us, not to her. I don't plan on remaining with this group for much longer. After all, Noriko's pretty much already broken. She's a wreck. Once I find her, I'll possess her and quit this group. Then I'll finally have the life I always wanted, Noriko's life. I have a slight worry about that. I do wonder if the group is going to just let you walk away. I'll resurrect Corpse Girl when I feel like. Use my inside knowledge of the Human Removal Service operations to bring them down myself. After that, I'll be able to spend my days in peace, living free of fear, finally comfortable being the girl I want to be. I'll truly be
Oh,
Noriko.
babe, you in there?
Huh?
I suppose I drifted too far away. I have my eyes, look at Junpei and flash him with the sweetest fake smile.
I'm okay. Sorry, Honey Bear. I'm very tired.
Oh, don't sweat it. You want me to grab you a cup of coffee?
That would be lovely. You always know how to make me feel better.
Her twisted, fucked up wife. I mean, she's the one who did the murders.
Of course. I'm on it, babe. You wait right there.
Junpei stumps away and heads behind the bar, leaving me alone in this intersection of the cafe. I take a seat on one of the cardboard boxes lining the wall. The box is solid, that's been packed full of various canned drinks. The main cafe belongs to us in the early hours of the morning. The place doesn't open until noon, so there's no one here this early. I have my own keys these days, regardless of whether or not I'm supposed to. Junpei suggested we use the place as a makeshift base of operations. After I decided I was going to continue working here, that was some time ago. Originally, I truly had planned to quit. I was going to work with Noriko. My manager at the time used to drive me insane. I couldn't wait to get away. But after I killed him, things went so bad. The new manager is great. He doesn't pressure me to work shifts I don't want to. He doesn't let customers take advantage of the staff. Neither the new manager nor the other staff members care that Junpei meet up down here. It's not like we need any incriminating evidence behind either. It's simply an easy place for us to meet up and talk, since Junpei lives so far away from me. The added benefit is that we have access to cheap drinks and food thanks to the employee discount. So hanging out here is actually quite pleasant. I'll wait for a while longer for Junpei to return. I really could use a coffee right now. In return is heralded by a dump of heavy feet against the tiled floor.
Got you, fam.
I'm sure that's supposed to say slice, but Junpei sidles up to me and hands me my favorite drink. A tall iced coffee with an extra special shot and a dollop of ice cream.
Oh, you're the best, baby.
Yeah, I know it.
He giggles in his insanely irritating high-pitched way, begins to track down his own latte.
So I wanted to ask you a favor.
Anything for you, honeybee.
I know, I feel the same way, though. I feel the same. I tap the microphone, sits on top of his doublet, and I have to hold myself back from stabbing him in the face.
Noriko apparently spent a lot of time in Shin Okubo with her accomplice Tomoe.
Shin Okubo, huh? Good old K-Town. What'd they go there for? Karaoke?
Junpei Yumura.
Doubt it. Noriko sounds like a drowning cat when she sings.
Then what?
Well, I'd like to think that's where the factory is located.
Oh, gotcha. Ooh, you could be onto something. Trip from Kojiro's mark to Shin Okubo wouldn't take that long. Since they used to move a lot of bodies around, it's definitely a viable location.
I agree.
Right on. I'll look into it. I'll track down factories in that area and get my troops to investigate each one.
I'm careful not to let him see me roll my eyes. By his troops, I mean the guys he plays online games with. A bunch of teenagers that all look up to him because he's a top-ranked player. I don't know, Souls. I don't know. They're not involved with the human removal service. They're just pawns that Junpei used to complete legwork around town. Sadly, they're happy to serve him because they all see this as their sensei.
Cool. Let me know what you find out. I'm itching to get this all over with. My love.
It's increasingly difficult to act positive around Junpei. My mouth tries to clamp itself shut every time I use a pet name or affectionate term. I know that my time to discard him is near. Was it become Noriko, then...
Count on me, sweetums. Now drink up and get your energy back.
Then a sip of my iced coffee and can nearly taste it. Because my tongue is dead, the food and drinks I consume need to be extra strong or sweet for me to have a chance of enjoying the flavor. But Junpei doesn't know this. He just thinks I have a sweet tooth. He can think of whatever he wants, because I just don't care. And this is a thing that you should remember. Every time you work with people killing, they're always going to kill you. A message from Junpei arrives while I'm lying in a fetal position on my couch. Hey cutie, have you checked a bunch of the guys checked out a bunch of factories yesterday at the location. HMO, you? Have to read the message twice to make sure my eyes aren't deceiving me as like usual. Does he truly have the location I've been looking for? I did a calming breath. I don't want to jump to conclusions, especially with something involving Junpei. He has a tendency to exaggerate, and maybe trying to get me excited about some useless information. Instead of a short reply requesting the info, I instantly receive a thumbs up emoji, and the text box changes to animated ellipses as Junpei composes his follow-up message. The wait is agonizing. Junpei pulls through for me here. I might finally learn Noriko's location. If all pans out, then everything could be over by tonight. It's hard for me to get excited about the prospect. It's hard not to get ahead of myself. I could leave my death behind and never look back. I could become Noriko and live the happy life she's been keeping herself all these years. The message finally arrived on my screen. It's an address. Not that I expected anything else. A street name and a factory number in Shin Okubo area. One more message from Junpei comes through. A guy saw a chick matching Noriko's description inside the factory. They thought she was a zombie. Ha! Go check it. This is it. As long as this is it, as this information is solid, I'm located Noriko's factory. My entire body begins to shake. An icy chill washes over me, as though I'd just walked into a cold shower. It's a strange sensation for a dead girl to feel. Pain doesn't affect me yet. cold is something I can never banish from my bones. I wonder if she has nerve damage from the throat slitting. Sorry, the neck slitting. Because it kinda sounds like it. That when her father slit her, she lost ability to feel pain. Shoot, cells. I launched myself up the couch and collect the backpack hanging over the coat rack. This Discord opened like 120 tabs on your PC when you start up. No? Or do you mean like on the browser? I don't use Discord on the browser. Let me see. You know, mine's fine. If it wasn't your cat doing it, one theory that I have, that there must have been some kind of a bug with a redirect. Redirect plus blank command. Basically, the blank one creates a new tab. And the redirect closes the blank command each time. Which keeps opening new and new tab because it keeps redirecting. And maybe there's a hotkey that allows you to open that same website on a new tab. Just guesses. I unsip it, run my hands through its contents, and convince myself that everything I need is within. Oh my god, your last can managed to blow a screen in your computer? How? As I swing the bag over my shoulder, I throw open the apartment door and venture outside. The factory is a rundown mess. How anyone can live here is beyond me. I suppose I'll just have to find a way to make it feel like home. Maybe once I'm inside Noriko's skin, I'll be able to understand why she's comfortable here. Yeah, the more I look at it, the better it seems. This will be my home. Wow, that is impressive. I'll be Noriko and live here happily ever after. I'll sit back and enjoy life that has been withholding from me. Firstly, and to find somewhere to change my clothes. I can't kill someone if I'm wearing my nice dress. It's not acceptable. I did some changing at home. But then I would have scored funny looks from people on the train ride over here. Is it strange that a dead girl fears entering socially awkward situation? I always go out my way to avoid uncomfortable situations. Perhaps this is a remnant of life I once knew. Something that I can't quite leave behind. The same as my obsessive compulsions. They cling to me like carrion flies swarming over my corpse. I shouldn't be worried about any of those things, but dead or not, my mind can't just discard the anxieties that shape my entire life. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I trapping myself in pointless thoughts? My goal is right in front of me. Noriko's on the other side of the big wall, completely unaware of what's about to happen. The heavy-handed slap on my face doesn't sting, but it causes me to reevaluate what I'm doing. Focus. First, I'll change the gear provided to me by the human removal service. Then, I'll shimmy into the factory through an open window. I'll locate Noriko and drive a knife into her chest. I'll pluck her still beating heart from her body like a ripe strawberry. Then I'll cram my knife into the pulsating, blood-spurting organ. Noriko's life will be over, and I'll be reborn. I'll baptize myself in her lifeblood and become the girl I always wanted to be. And I'll be happy. Happy, just like Noriko. That smiling, carefree girl that I spent my youth with. The girl that I faced her mother attempted suicide with a sweet smile. The girl that didn't flinch when her father walked out. The girl that stayed inside day after day when the outside world became too scary to face. The happy, carefree girl without a single real problem. She never knew how cute her life was. She wouldn't have lasted a day in my years. I hate her so much. I'm going to become her. My backpack hits the ground with a dull impact. I tear my yellow drum dress from my shoulders and let it fold it around like a snake shits its skin. Cool afternoon breeze bites my naked skin and makes my tiny hair across my body stand on the end. Why can't the dead feel the cold? The dead shouldn't feel anything. Crouch and rummage through the backpack, withdrawing my change of clothes. Slowly, calmly, deliberately, I dress myself in the dark gear that marks me as a herald, one of many. I note the comforting weight of 4 knives concealed within my jacket, 1 in each sleeve, 2 against my chest. It's important to be armed to the teeth. After donning every article, I pull a broad mask out of the bag. A massive likeness of Corpse Girl, the enemy and my future identity. I swipe the mask over my face, and a curtain of calm descends over me. This is the last time I march forward in the name of the Human Removal Service. This is my own personal agenda. The scheming of the rebellious group of killers no longer guides my head. The time has come. I approach the factory front entrance and try the door, simply out of curiosity. I don't expect Nori to have lowered her guard so much, and yet the door swings open. She left it unlocked. A mistake I would never make thanks to my overbearing compulsions. And here we go. This place reeks of death. If I wasn't accustomed to the smell, I'd probably vomit. Did dead girls vomit? The dull, steady hum of air conditioner that registers my consciousness doesn't distract me from examining the surroundings. Countless empty body bags are strewn across the pockmarked concrete floor. Some are stained with brown blood, and some are completely clean. This series of shelves, almost like warehouse racks, ran along the walls and across the floor in haphazard patterns. Whoever planned this layout was out of their mind. However, this is my new home now. My home. Still, striding forward, I leap between shelves and step over discarded body bags. So far, there's been no indication of Noriko's presence. Still, I draw the knife from inside of my sleeve so that it rests in the palm of my hand. The metal candle is cold. Cold. Why do I feel cold? The entire factory is like a freezer. How can Noriko live here? My torso twists in a reaction to the monotone syllable. A quick movement sends a shooting pain across my chest. Pain? Pain?
It's you. Hello, Harold. It took me a while, but I figured out what your mask is supposed to be.
How?
It's like an artistic representation of Corpse Girl, right? The Corpse Girl mascot that appears on my website.
Aiko flashes her phone at me and I glare at the website displayed.
That's totally copyright infringement.
I don't know what to say to her. This is exactly how I imagined this encounter would
Why'd
play
you
out.
fake Junpei Matsumoto's death? You know what I'm talking about, right? That time we met in the underground parking lot. You planted a look-alike corpse to fool us into thinking Junpei had died. Total Corpse Girl move, by the way. Guess you stole that strategy from me, too. I sense a lawsuit.
She steps forward with a hand outstretched. I instinctively lash out with my knife and slash her wrist. Her hand comes rest on my shoulder. A tiny nick from my inaccurate blade not even pumped in a spurt of blood.
Ouch! That stung a little.
The warmth of her hand seeps into my shoulder. It's almost comforting.
Chloe. I miss you. really miss you. Can you take off the mask? Can we just talk?
I don't take off the mask. I don't know why I'm standing here listening to her. I don't know why her presence and her reassuring hand has caused me to lower my guard. She smiles. This is the happy, carefree Noriko I grew up with.
You're so beautiful, Aoi.
I got lower guard. But no, Noriko. She will kill you. She will stab you. She will keep you as a corpse.
I'm really sad we can't be together. How are things with your boyfriend?
That single useless word crawls out of my rotting mouth like a diseased maggot. That's all I can bring myself to say.
You can't tell me? That's okay. You used to be so open with me. And then, you died. We tried to keep our friendship going after that, but we've never really been the same since then, have we? I hope you get the help you need, Aoi. I hope one day we can put all of this behind us.
Noriko, why are you behaving like yours? You're the same one here, you're both insane. My fingers loosen to pick up my knife, weakening. It falls to the concrete ground. I don't need it anymore. I tense my arms and squeeze my hands together, desperately trying to crush Noriko's throat beneath my fingers. His skin is warm and flushes red as my grip tightens. She kicks against me, but pain doesn't register. She's weak and frail. A strangled cry is drowned out by my own grunts of exertion. Anemic fingers swipe at my arms constantly, only serving to irritate me. I could hold her neck in one hand and use my other to plunge a knife into her face. I could continue to strangle her until I crushed her windpipe. Or I could slash her stomach open and let her intestines spill out on the ground. All the options are appealing. All the options can be put into motion within seconds. I take my right hand off her neck and slip it into my jacket, ready to pull out the knife. My hand closes tighter on her neck. And Noriko closes the distance between us, causing my elbow to bend and allow her closer. Her forehead slams into my own, and my neck recoils backwards. I'm falling into the ground, only able to blink once as I try to work out what just happened. What do you think, Souls? Which one wins? Noriko or Aoi? She somehow summoned the strength to headbutt me. Frail, weak, ghostly Noriko. She actually stood up for herself. She actually struck the person she loves. I'm dazed but ultimately uninjured. I didn't even feel the impact of the skull against the concrete when I landed flat on my back. Noriko towers over me and rubs her neck, her right breathing even louder than the drumming air conditioner.
Sorry, Aoi. I had to defend myself. Please, get up. Let's talk about things.
I get up. I slip the knife into her side and feel it slide neatly between two of her ribs. Her taut thin skin does nothing to resist impalement. Noriko looks down at the wound and mumbles in surprise. Alright, drive the knife deeper, the flick of my wrist, I pull it sideways, slashing her belly wide open. An arcing stream of blood sprays from the savage wound and forms a macabre rainbow before me. Noriko coughs and gags as she frantically tries to stem the tide of blood with her hands.
Damn it! Corpse girl will
She falls to her knees.
get
I have to tread falls with her. Her face slams into the concrete. Noriko Kurosawa is dead. Using the very same knife that slashed her open and cut along the seams of my jacket and skirt. I strike myself down with the blade until I'm standing cold and naked in the factory. It doesn't take long to strip Noriko down as well, but I'm extra careful with her clothes. I don't use the knife this time. I simply pull her dress up and over until it slides free from her motionless body. I hold the dress up against me, letting it press against my own form. I look down and admire the side of myself, imagining what I'll look like when I wear it. I can finally become Noriko. I can wear her clothes, go to her factory, talk to her friends, work at her office. I can do all the things she loved to do, all the things that made her happy. I slip the dress over my head and force my arms through the sleeves. It's a little long, but overall fits me nicely. I'm Noriko Kurosawa. Do we get to see it? Final act, Noriko Kurosawa. When Mother killed herself, she didn't die. Well, she died, but not really. It's a funny thought. Everything that she was, everything that made her Asuna Kurosawa left the planet on that day. Her body remained, but her soul had departed. She got sent away to care facility and didn't see her very often after that. One rare occasion I visited her, but I always noticed that her eyes no longer looked like mine. I hate her for what she did to our family. Yuriko and I were the only children at the time. Mother hung herself from the ceiling and made us watch. She encouraged us to kick the chair out of underneath her. We didn't understand what she was doing. She thought it was a game. So we kicked the chair and we laughed. Mother laughed, then her neck snapped, and she stopped laughing. The light in her eyes that once cheered her was extinguished instantly. Yuriko screamed and I screamed and the mother wouldn't move, and we couldn't get her down from the ceiling. Eventually Yuriko remembered how to call for an ambulance, and the paramedics arrived and we were taken away. After that, I was completely fucked up, because you don't just walk away something like that and act like nothing happened. I spent years trying to force the painful memories of her attempted suicide out of my mind, but I didn't exactly cope with it well. How could I? I became terrified of the world and became used to locking myself inside and wasting away. Yuriko dealt with it a little better than me. I can't say her rebellious behavior was the right way to cope, but it had to be again healthier than staying inside for weeks at a time. By the time I reached senior high school, I think I had mostly gotten past everything. The vision of Mother hanging from the ceiling in front of me didn't haunt my dreams. The sound of our laughter intermingled with screaming didn't always ring in my ears. Ali helped me through a lot of it. She shared all of her problems with me and made me feel a bit better. But maybe my life wasn't so bad. Us life was kind of messed up. My father was arrested for various crimes and didn't spend much time with her. When we were ready to graduate, he came back to town and violently attacked her. She called me and told me that he killed her. But he killed him too. So was all going to be okay? Her words, not mine. I never understood what she meant when she said she was dead. I think graduating put some distance between us, so I never truly tried to figure out her words. My own problems began to haunt me once I moved out of home. I became completely distracted. I almost forgot about the apartment I moved into. I should have known that the smell of mold wasn't normal. I should have paid attention to the shoddy repair work that had been performed on the wall. I should have just walked away and found somewhere else to live. But that apartment, I suppose that's where I started to lose control of my life. And that's exactly the reason I need to return here. There. Several days later.
Looks the same as always.
What? What's happening? Several days later, we watched you being killed. I'm not looking forward to climbing the rest of the stairs to my apartment. It can hardly work at all, even on flat ground. But I have to do this. I can't let stitches and patties and painkillers distract me from... You lived? She lived through that? I don't know how long I've been in the hospital for. Now my personal effects were with me when I woke up. No phone, no purse, no handbag. But the doctors monitored me for a few days and then let me go. Even though I told them I had nowhere to return to, they just threw me into the street. They couldn't tell me what happened to the girl who attacked me. They had no idea if she had been arrested or not. And the feelings is still out there. The fact is, I'm here now. My wound is apparently on the mend. I don't have any sign of infection. All I have to focus is the ascent in front of me. Each step I climb is more difficult to conquer than the last. Each time I raise my leg, I experience tearing, searing agony along the length of my stomach. More than once I have to jump and check that my stitches haven't torn wide open. When I'm sure my flesh is more or less intact, I continue scaling the mountain. My head throbs and beads of sweat drip down my face. When I hit the landing at the level below my apartment, I spy a familiar face. Give me a second. The script is making me ill. Mama!
Noriko?
Mama Ogawa, the daughter of Kenshi Ogawa, the man I framed in order to maintain my
Hey,
innocence.
Momo.
A panic cry is the reaction I was suspecting. Her father is exiting their apartment just as Momo cries out. He does a double take before glaring at me.
Mariko, surprised to see you here.
I can't quite grasp off his tone. Is he happy to see me or angry? Does he even know the reason he was arrested? Oh, I'm assuming the police is let him go fairly quickly. After all, he's here at his home and not running the cell.
Your landlord said you disappeared.
Yeah, kind of.
Are you okay? You look like...
Escaped to the hospital tags and torn my wrist and the package of spare bandages I had slung over my shoulder.
You know, you disappeared right around the time the police...
Huh?
Forget it. It's nothing.
And a bad thing there is being to piece something together. If he works out that I'm behind his false arrest, then
Sorry, I should go.
Yeah. Come on, Momo.
Bye-bye, Noriko! Bye, Momo.
the girl makes excitedly as her father leads her downstairs. I should feel relieved that he's safe, but honestly I just feel guilty. My actions, Coopster's actions, put all that strain on that little family. I have to get going. Last one upstairs is a torture to my battered body, but I persevere and reach the front door of my apartment. It's at this moment that I don't remember I don't have any keys to get in. Yet. At desperation, I try turning the handle and the door opens. Either left the place unlocked, or the landlord has been inside and forgot to lock it up. I'm just thankful I can keep moving forward. The curtains are open, painting the living area in a soft light.
Home.
Home. No, that's not right. This isn't my home. This isn't Noriko's home. This is Corpse Kills. I never liked living. I never really lived here. I simply existed within these walls. The real Noriko was held hostage by an omnipotent presence sealed in this home. The things here are just as I left them so long ago. It's comforting feeling, but at the same time, it sends a chill down my spine. It's time to move on. I stride with a purpose towards kitchenette and slide open one of the drawers. Inside is a small mound with a metal head. It's treasure acquired from the garden shed and the apartment grounds back when I first moved in. It's not very large, but it should be just fine. I'd have the strength to wield anything bigger than this. Bringing it to bear is still a great deal of effort. I grip the handle with both hands and lift this deceptively heavy tool. Equipped with this tiny weapon of destruction, I slowly lurch towards the hallway. Yup, that's right, Souls. You figured out as well. There is a dead body within these walls. Hojiro's wife, Shizuko, is here. I make my way to the very end. The blank, stark white wall faces me. The paint of the wall is peeling, like it was slapped on without care. The plaster is cracked, but was applied by an amateur. And the lingering stench of mold is as strong as when I stand in front of this wall. I bring the mallet down with both arms, the heavy metal head crashing into the wall with much force I can muster. The struggle of bearing the mallet is taking its toll on my wound. I feel the stitches on my stomach threaten to snap and break. But I can't stop here. Can't stop until I've crashed this wall and revealed the glittering contents of the drone hidden inside. Another swing, another crash against the blaster. I path pain another hole in the wall. Scream and swing the hammer and groan and slash and weep and wool crumbles beneath my sheer force of will. white dust clouds my vision and burrowed into coughing frenzy. When my eyes entirely up, I threw them out to the carpet and ventured forward. I climbed into the human-sized hole in the wall and found myself with the secret cache on the other side. And there she is! The stench assaulting my nostrils no longer disguises itself as mold. It's fetid malodor of corpse and decay. The inimitable trademark of decomposing corpse. I spent so long fooling myself into believing it was nothing concerning. I spent so long pretending that corpse did not live within the walls of this apartment. The truth is, this corpse pinned to the wall is the root of all evil. Its infinite fount of misery and despair and malice and hate, death and hatred. This is Corpse Girl.
Hello, old friend.
The corpse does not reply. The code of the corpse is no longer entirely accurate. It has become little more than a skeleton. And Ossie's edifice, a carved tribute to unyielding sands of time. Bone and flesh and hair practically blends and intertwine to melt together to form a sickening presentation of the human beauty. Beauty. Here's to think that body was pure perfection. Back then, the corpse was more or less intact. It was the image of a gorgeous, vibrant young woman. Aspired to be just as beautiful. Slender, elegant, graceful, with pale skin and dark eyes. Looking at her now, clear to see I was deceived. The form before me is not beautiful. It's revolting. I shaped myself in the image of death. Rooted believing there was transcending moral beauty. This corpse controlled me for so long. This corpse manipulated me and made me become just like it. Somewhere along the way, my own identity began to dissolve. I started to believe that I had become this rotting carcass, this pallid bag of flesh. So now I'm not sure. Either she's talking about that Shizuko's body is the corpse girl that has been causing her to go insane, or that she's actually delirious and blaming the body. The spell has been broken. I don't know if it's because my near-death experience or the clarity of mind inspired by intoxicating cocktail of painkillers, but I no longer want to associate myself with Corpse Girl. I want to be myself, just Noriko. I no longer want to kill in the name of this blasphemous effigy.
Corpse Girl, I found you here. Trapped in this storage closet. Just over a year ago.
You found her.
And you stole my life from me.
Looking at her now, I can't help but wonder what the hell went through my mind when I let her possess me. Why did discovering this corpse have such profound lasting effect on my psyche? I shut my eyes as a wave of dizziness threatens to overcome me. This is all Kojiro's fault. Staggering in near darkness, I struggle to regain my balance. I had blocked out the memory of discovering this corpse for so long. I refused to acknowledge it ever happened. The precise fragments of that forgotten memory have finally reached the surface of my consciousness. I can finally recall the event, thanks to the clarity brought to my current state of mind. It happened several days after I moved into this apartment. The musty smell of mold lured me to the wall of the back end of the corridor. The wall that had been hastily patched up and covered with plaster and paint. I wondered about the source of smell. I figured I might be a leak, busted pipe that needed repair. Instead of calling upon landlord for assistance, I took the matters to my own hands. Perhaps I was inspired by my newfound independence. I had just become a free young woman, living on my own for the first time. Perhaps I was just stupid. I located a mallet in the garden shed. I tore down the wall, found Corpse Girl. In that moment, I fell to my knees. It's funny. Kojiro was thinking that Noriko wasn't behind everything, and that Corpse Girl was someone else. Little did he know that it was Shizuko all along. Someone had hung this corpse upon this wall and decorated the storage room with books and photographs. The sight of the dead woman bearing down on me instantly unearthed the buried memories of my mother's attempted suicide. Pain and despair that I had repressed for so long came out of my mouth and formed an unholy scream. I think the fear of discovery and the subsequent revival of subdued memories caused me to slip in and out of consciousness. I was paralyzed by fear and my entire body was wrecked with pain. Looking back now, I feel like I must have spent days lying in a heap on the floor of the storage closet. Days spent with a dreary haze of dread and depression and distress. Days spent looking at the feet of that hanging corpse, that form I began to look up to and idolize. Days spent in a lull, a fever dream, surrounded by photographs on the wall of all manners of corpses. Days and days of my soul and identity slipping between my fingers. Something must have eventually cracked inside me, because I remember getting to my feet and repairing the wall. I don't know how I did it, but I patched it up and painted over the back of it, went up all the dust and debris from the carpet. And then the memory of the entire incident just vanished from my mind. The only relic I retrieved from the storage space was a single book, a heavy tome that must have tumbled out of the closet during my delirium. Faust photography, a comprehensive history of photo manipulation. And it's all wrapped together now. Now, the corpse girl doesn't look the way she used to. And covering her today hasn't shocked me into submission like it did all that time ago. Am I stronger now? No, not really. But I was prepared to face her this time. And now I'm here to bury her. I calmly assess how difficult it would be to retrieve her from her position. My eyes fall upon dozens of photos plastered haphazardly across the walls. Photographs of nameless bodies printed in an instant camera. This must be 10 or 20 or 30 corpses across the entire series of images. I don't recognize any of them. That's the only comfort I can take from viewing the images. The comfort that I'm not the one who decorated this room with the macabre visuals. Kojiro! Remember, Kojiro has been stealing bodies for years. He's been the one taking photos of these. Whoever put these photos up is undoubtedly the same person responsible for hanging corpse girl on the wall. All of the photos look so real, and all of the corpses are in such normal situations. There's an image of decomposing body sitting on a bench waiting for a train platform. He's wearing a suit like any other businessman. Another image of a headless corpse. Headless couple at a dinner table, dressed in their Sunday best. They're sharing a candlelit meal. Corpses going on about their daily life, but give me the reminiscence of something I've encountered before. Was it? A book I read. Suddenly my eyes started to the piles of books toppled over in the corner of the storage room. There are dozens of duplicate books, as if they were abandoned here by their own author. I crouch and dust off the cover of the book at the top of the pile. Days by the Dead by Noble Sinclair. Noble Sinclair. 110 more copies of that volume is a different book with a familiar cover. Strange flower. I know this. The very same book that Kojiro lent me so long ago. Except the book here is not the same. Some worn, well-read library copy is in pristine condition, save for the layer of dust coating it. There are nearly a dozen copies of this book as well. Someone intentionally abandoned these books here, and the fact they accompanying so many photos of corpses, not to mention Miss Kotsuka herself, is now coincidence. Is Noble Sinclair Kojiro? These books and photos, as well as a copy of Faust's photography I found here so long ago, all of this somehow embedded itself into my consciousness and inspired me to start Corpse Girl's website. It's true, but this room, this fucking cursed room, ruined my life and corrupted my mind. I have to wonder if somebody planned it all. Did somebody leave all these things here in order to break whoever entered? That's probably a far-fetched concept, but I'm desperate to blame on somebody. Anybody but myself.
Enough.
The light slap to my face snaps me out of my inner ramblings. It's time to bury Corpse Girl and put this life behind me once and for all. I can't really atone for the things I've done this last year. Hell, I don't actually feel like I need to atone. It's not guilt that's eating me up inside, but at the very least I can move on. I carefully remove the restraints tied to Corpse Girl on the wall. I feel the weight of her rotted body. They clutch against my own frail form. Her head leans against my shoulders. For a brief moment, I pause and let her rest against me. I run a hand through what's left of her hair. She's been through a lot. We both have. We're both Corpse Girl. Well, we both used to be. Now we're just empty husks with no purpose. We're not Corpse Girl. We'll probably be forgotten. Lost to time and memory. For once in my life, I'm looking forward to being forgotten. Bonus ending. Tell me what did that be? God, this place is boring as hell. After all the shit I've been through this year, I simply can't believe I'm still working here. If it weren't for Shinya, I probably wouldn't bother coming here every day. But I want to patch things up with him. If I keep talking to him in the office, surely I'll show my way to forgiveness. Speak of that son of a bitch. Here he comes now. Look at him. He walks past my desk and doesn't even acknowledge my existence. How can he ignore me after all the time we spent together? Fucking hell. He irritates the shit out of me sometimes. I'll have to take matters in my own hands. If he won't talk to me, I'll just make him talk. I'll leave my desk and stride over to him. My hairy footsteps aren't exactly elegant or befitting a lady. As my mother used to always say, but I don't give a flying fuck.
Hey, what's going on?
The slurred, drawling words that drip from my mouth don't come out the way I want. That always seems to be the case. Everyone treats me like some dumbass dipshit because of the way I speak. They don't understand that it's the way somebody thinks that really matters. I can't help it was brought up to speak like some fucking imbecile. Blame my father, not me.
Oh. Hello, Tomoe.
Hello yourself. What's a gal gotta do to get a conversation out of you these days?
Huh? What do you mean?
Come on. You know we don't speak like we used to.
Well, we broke up. You dumped me. What exactly do you expect from me now?
Oh, please. You know I'm sorry for that. I told you 1,000 times that breaking it off with you was the stupidest thing I've ever done. So come on! Get back together with me, will ya?
Tomoe, you broke my heart.
I understand, Shinya.
Yeah, I know.
Such trust is difficult to recover, if ever.
Shinya, I really love you. I need you.
Once trust is broken, it is difficult to recover it. I don't normally want to get embarrassed, but letting my feelings hang in the air between us really makes me
Did you
uncomfortable.
hear about my father?
Huh?
I wasn't expecting to shrug up the confession with a swift change of
He's
topic.
tracked down an important member of the Human Removal Service.
Jeez, not this shit again. Can't you just let it all go?
No, I can never do that. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I could use a hand, if you're willing to assist. Having someone by my side with insider information would be rather handy. Don't you agree?
I'm kind of blindsided by his request. I know that he knows everything. I'd be stupid to pretend he hasn't figured it all out by now. He knows my involvement with Noriko. He knows that I had a hand, how or indirect, in suicide cases that Corpse Girl painted across the city.
I'm not going to judge you for working with Noriko. If you can help me bring the greater perpetrator to justice, the head of the Human Removal Service, then I think it may have been a good thing that you did what you did.
That's so. You'd forgive me for getting involved with such stupid shit?
Yes. I'd have no choice but to forgive you.
Is that what it's all about, Shinya?
And maybe we can even move further forward.
I suppose. Helping him out to do such a justice thing, and Shinya is driven by justice. Perhaps that's the only way to recover trust. I know he's just saying what I want to hear. He can be manipulated in his own way. If there's a chance I make up for the shit I've done and win Shinya over again, then I have to go for it.
Right. Sign me up then, or whatever. I'll help out.
Thank you, Tomoe. I'm going to interview the individual involved with the human removal service.
Junpei, I
Are
presume.
you allowed to do that?
Of course. Father said I'm an important member of the investigation team now. I'd like you to come with me. You might be able to point out any inconsistencies in his testimony.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I'll do my best.
For the first time in a long time, Shinya smiles at me.
Ah, shit, man. I told you, I don't know.
Hello, Junpei again.
Can you just leave me alone?
This guy is pathetic. Every time I open my mouth, he flinches and recoils in terror, like he thinks I'm going to hit him or stab him.
Listen here, you little shit. If you don't spill the deets, my man here will crush your fat skull into dust.
Tomoe, maybe you should let me do the talking from here on out.
Ugh, whatever.
I back up and let Shinya take my place. I talk him up, so I thought he'd be pleased, but maybe I just annoyed him. Don't worry. Good go pack up food. Keep it up.
Mr. Matsumoto,
Please, just call me June. Hey, nice try, mister. I ain't your friend. You can address me formally. Thank you very much.
He folds his arms across his chest and adopts the pouting expression of a child.
Yes. Well, as I was saying, Mr. Matsumoto, you understand why you've been brought in for questioning, yes?
Yeah, man, but, like, I'm totes innocent, you know?
Nope, you're not.
I don't even know nothing about the human removal service.
Am I? And even so, you had committed murder and arson.
You guys think I'm involved, but you haven't given a reason why you think that.
Shinya retrieves a small pocket notebook from somewhere and flips through the pages. After a moment of silence, he clears his throat.
Several witnesses, plus a security camera, placed you at the scene of a murder just 2 days ago. Now, it's apparent you weren't the culprit. However, your activities at the time of the incident were questionable at best.
Oh, what activities are you referring to, Detective Man?
You were cheering, and I quote, "Kill him dead. Kill him dead."
Yo, that don't sound like something I'd say.
Huh.
I want my lawyer. You can't detain me here.
Mr. Matsumoto, you willingly came here when we contacted you. You are not under arrest.
This is ludicrous. Ludicrous, I say!
Yeah, that's not how it works.
Be that as it may, I have a few more questions. One witness declared that you followed the masked culprit after they fled the scene of the crime. Is there any truth to this claim?
This guy lied.
Nah, man, like, I just needed to go the same direction, you know?
Man, I'm so high. Like, what's even going on, dude? That's how he sounds like.
I've got no idea who this Harold person you keep mentioning is.
Shinya raises an eyebrow, and cast me a dark look. I just shrug.
I never mentioned the word Harold. Is that the name the culprit refers to themselves as?
Oh.
Oh, this is like some detective mind trick, ain't it? I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say or do, or whatever, can be like...
You're not under arrest. I've had enough to speak inane ramblings.
Listen up!
I slam my fist against the table and send Junpei rolling back in his seat. He nearly falls off the chair, but manages to regain his balance.
You've got two options here. Number one, Tell us the identity of that killer. The person you called the Herald.
What? What's the other option?
Number 2, tell us who is really in charge of the human removal service.
His sweaty pulsating forehead is glowing red.
I can't betray the identity of the Herald. I just can't.
This makes sense now. Junpei didn't betray it due to loyalty, but due to love. That's disgusting, I said, Lovis.
But the guy behind all of this, I say fuck him. I'll sell him out if it means you'll pardon my involvement.
I know what caused the sudden change in his attitude, but Shinya gives me a grateful nod. It feels good to have been helpful. And he just outed himself that he's part of it.
Please, Mr. Matsumoto. Please give us a name.
Okay. Look, you gotta know this. I don't have all the deets, okay? I'm not as important as y'all think I am. But the guy running this whole thing, he's got an army of masked killers. An army of damaged chicks all going around, killing and calling themselves the Herald.
You already know that.
And the name of this ringleader?
Like I said, I don't know everything. I don't got his full name.
Okay, just give part of the name.
I only know him as N. Sinclair.
Noble Sinclair. N. Sinclair. A foreign name. Although, the first name could be Japanese, I suppose. Shinya is jotting the name down and confirming the correct spelling with Junpei. Find myself lost in thought, far detached from this moment. For strange reason, Noriko's face pops into my mind. I have a fuzzy recollection of the conversation with her, but any attempt to clarify the thought in my mind is useless. That doesn't make any sense. So it's not... Did they just take that name? Because it's not Kojiro. Because Kojiro died.
Shinya, is the name familiar to you?
Yes.
Amazing. Shinya always
So
surprises me.
who is it?
Noriko Kurosawa once told me about a book she was reading. No, please understand, I don't share the same taste in fiction as hers, so...
Yeah, I get it. Get to the point.
She used to read the most macabre, horrific stories, and she told me about one book in particular. A book about a man obsessed with corpses.
Obsessed with corpses, huh? Jeez, don't that sound familiar? Wait, what am I saying? That does sound familiar. She told me about that book, too. Flower... something about a flower.
Yes, Strange Flower. A book by Nobel Sinclair.
Noble Sinclair. And Sinclair himself.
Jeez. You reckon that's the guy behind the human removal service?
You could have taken an alias if we think about it.
I don't know, but it's a lead.
Uh,
A man obsessed with the dead. Truly despicable.
that's one way to put it. Done my time with sickos like that. Had enough of it. Put it all behind.
Oh, Detective Man. Can I, like, go now?
Absolutely not.
Shinya drinks away from Junpei and beckons one of the armed police officers standing guard at the room's entrance. The officer walks over and avoids Shinya's command.
Arrest this man.
Yo, that's whack. What are you doing?
The police officer cuffs Junpei and yanks him out of his
Damn.
chair.
Shinya, that was cold.
It had to be done.
Junpei and Machimura is dragged away, kicking and screaming. The silence falls upon the room after the door closes and the police officers wake.
So, what now, Detective Man?
Shinya scratches his sick chin, as though wondering why I would call him that. But he doesn't voice his
Our
discontent.
next step is to track down the author, Nobel Sinclair. Maybe he's our culprit, maybe not. Either way, we won't know until we talk to him.
Right on. And what about...
Shin interrupts me with a sudden soft kiss on the lips. I close my eyes and lean into him, letting his warmth envelop me.
I couldn't have done this without you, Tomoe. And I wouldn't be the man I am today had it not been for you. So, thank you.
Does this mean you want to be with me again?
Yes. If you'll have me.
Happy ending to them.
Shinya, of course!
He kisses me again, and I hear I had losing him instantly washes it away. I won't fuck it up this time. I keep him close and protect him forever. I eventually break away from his embrace and hold his chin delicately in my fingers.
Let's go find this Nobel Sinclair fucker.
Yes. Let's find him and bring him to justice.
Now credits. Ending B. False. Noriko Kurosawa. Love Unburied. 3 months later. Unlock the bonus ending. So. I used to always dream about getting away, breaking away from the stress and tension of our everyday world. She dreamt of going somewhere cold for a winter getaway. Somewhere she could snuggle up the warm fireplace and drink hot cocoa and feel at peace. I told her I'd visit a sunny holiday destination. I don't know why I said that back then. It was a lie. I hated the sun, the harsh light, and the warmth always used to leave my skin feeling prickly and scorched. However, things have changed. See, no plans of my own. For some reason, leaving behind the life of corpse girl helped me appreciate a few things in life. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just happy I survived. Maybe I'm just glad that I don't have to keep living in a cursed apartment. I haven't fully recovered from the stab wound Ali afflicted upon me. I haven't fully recovered from the scars she left in my heart. I don't think I'll ever be 100% healthy again. My doctors say these things take time, but maybe a slight limp and a dull ache in my gut from time to time is a small price to pay for my life. I made a decision a few weeks ago to attempt to decide the case. It went well. Pale, ghostly Noriko Kurosawa sat on the beach and attempted to get a tan. I did it for myself. Not on some misguided notion that I should live out the vacation dream for Ali's sake. I can go her own damn vacation wherever she wants. It's not like she's limping around with a cane and a serpentine scar across her beautiful skin. It's not like she had to struggle against the entire world just to get on an airplane. The beach was gorgeous. The water was pristine. I'd never seen anything like it in my whole life. Those moments of sunset and relaxation were fleeting. Sitting alone now, in this empty apartment makes it that painfully clear. If I had to return to Tokyo eventually, it was inevitable. But it feels like there's nothing for me here anymore. Maybe I'll move on. Move once more. Osaka to Nagoya. You know, in Tokyo for me. I, Katsuro, Judge dead, or dead to me. Mama doesn't call me, doesn't answer her messages. Can you? No one, nothing, no one in Tokyo for me. My eyelids close gently, and sweet embrace of sleep takes me. I decide to go for a walk to clear my head, but after returning to my apartment building, I somehow forget my apartment number. I've only just moved in after all.
Shit! How could I forget something so important?
I wandered the cold hallways trying to locate the place. 238, 248, which one was it? Completely lost, I decided to turn around and search in complete opposite direction. As I turned, a slightly open door catches my attention. Who'd have left their door open? Anyone could have walked into the apartment and steal your belongings. This thought should quickly scampers off as I find myself pushing the door ever so gently. It swings open slowly, revealing a moonlit only by flickering light of the television.
Hello? You left your door open. Is anyone in there?
My timid voice sounds familiar to my own ears. I realize I'd rarely spoken up in the last few days, save for the occasional pleasantry exchanged with the staff from Loading Company. When no answers from the room is forthcoming, I take a careful step inside. No sound comes from the television in the corner. That's been muted, but the screen has been left on for some reason. My eyes strain to peer into the bare darkness. Once my eyes finally decipher the scene before me, I realize that I'll never be able to delete the vision that has plagued me for the most of my life. My mother hangs from the ceiling, a rope coiled around her neck like a boa constrictor, her mouth agape, half smile, half scream upon her lips. Her eyes are vacant and stained black with filthy muck-up regret. Her sticks dangle, helpless, unable to scare up the hold on the chair that has fallen to the ground, the chair that I kicked out from under her while I laughed along with Yuriko. The while bubbles up within my throat, and it takes all my strength to resist it, keeling over and vomiting. The body hanging above me, the soulless corpse staring down at me. This is not my mother. This is not. This person, this nameless woman, she's been dead for hours at least. I didn't kick the chair out from under her. Yuriko isn't here laughing alongside me. Here alone. This woman isn't struggling. She isn't pleading for help or forgiveness. She isn't cursing her stupid mistake. She's gone. Just gone. But so is the portrait. For whatever afterlife awaits us once we leave this purgatory. She's nothing more than a hanging corpse. Nothing more than a sack of flesh and bone. Disgusting urge to throw up begins to ebb away as I stare up at the ceiling. The light of the torch illuminates the corpse's face briefly, revealing a skin gently kissed by light freckles and an eyes faced with soft wrinkles. She's older than me, perhaps by a decade, but she's no need for as beautiful than I am. Her hair is long and soft, I guess her urge to brush it aside, to sweep it away from her eyes and tell her everything is going to be okay. I don't even understand that I'm standing upon the bed in order to reach up to the ceiling. There is one hand on her shoulder, and I go ahead and brush some stray locks from her eyes with my fingers. If I look past those empty eyes that stare at me and see everything I am, if I look past them, I see a truly gorgeous woman before me. I'm utterly entranced by her. I rest my cheek against her, skin so surprisingly warm. Perhaps she did not age as long ago as I initially assumed.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why I say those words. Maybe it's guilt? Guilt. I cause a lot of people to end up like her. Force her to end their own lives out of fear or distress or desperation. No, that's wrong. I'm not guilty of those things. Corpse Girl is the one responsible. I'm not. It's not my fault those people died. I wasn't myself. Regardless. To think that I helped Corpse Girl to destroy so much beauty makes me feel ill.
What's your name?
The corpse doesn't answer.
A silent type, eh? That's okay. It's kind of cute. My name's Noriko. Are you hungry? Can I treat you to a meal?
No reply.
Shh. It's okay. Come on. I'll get you down from there. Let's get you dressed. I'll put you in something nice. It's warm outside, so how about a light dress?
Nothing. Take some time to unloop the rope from her neck and return her to the floor safely. Some part of my subconsciousness knows exactly how to meet her carefully, to dress her, to apply her makeup, and bring out her inner beauty. Can't recall if I've done something like this before. Have I taken a corpse out to dinner before? I can't recall if I just read about it in a book, if I experienced a similar situation. Just because she's dead doesn't mean I shouldn't treat her right. Just because she's dead doesn't mean she's not beautiful and worthy of my love. After a bit of time, my gorgeous friend is dressed to impress, ready to go out on dinner. She's not very talkative, so I'll place her order and keep the conversation going. People might look at us, they might stare or even judge us, but we'll be okay. Yeah, she is! So replacing a corpse, not only a corpse role, but also Aoi. We're two beautiful young women simply enjoying each other's company. That's why Noriko loved Aoi. Because Aoi was She'll start to decay soon, like a strange flower wilting moments before being taken out of water. As for me, after that been decaying for a long time, hope this nameless corpse girl helps me feel alive again. She offers me a slight smile as I take her hand and leads her out into the blinding lights of the hallway. I blush. Epilogue. Noble Sinclair. 1 year later. The book is almost warm in my hand. It's a pristine volume, fresh off the printing press. Paperback, I would have preferred hardback. It's been a while since I published a book. Years. The few fans have probably thought I disappeared off the face of the planet. I did it away. Not my fault. Death is death. So Noble Sinclair died in a fire inside his family home. That was a long time ago. Even though my name burned to ash, my body survived. I had to pick a new name after that. I can't wander this planet without one. This body went on living quite a while with the new name. I didn't really like it. And the strangest thing happened. Another fire inside a morgue. This time, the new name went up in flames. My body survived. Again. Fate? Don't know. Felt a bit lost after that. Felt a bit unlike anybody. I decided to pick up the old name back up. Dusted it off, pinned it on my chest. Noble Sinclair. It always suited me. Otter gave it to me after all. This time, I didn't want to completely disregard my existence. The time stayed as another man. Too much happened. I've got too much to tell, too many tales to keep to myself. So this new book tells the entire story, from start to end. Forbes Factory by Noble Sinclair. Kojiro was indeed Noble Sinclair. Wasn't easy typing page after page with only one arm. One of the most taxing and challenging things I've ever attempted. But now it's done. Soon this new volume will hit the store shelves across the country. The world will know everything. I use synonyms throughout the book to protect the identities of the guilty. Didn't bring Noriko Kurosama's real name even once. Didn't identify Chilbei Matsumoto or Ai Sato. Didn't call out Tomoe Watanabe. Or even that wannabe detective that always chases me, Shinya Fujikawa. And most importantly, I didn't print my previous name. Not that thing, anyway. I confess a lot of things within this text, even confess my involvement with the Human Removal Service. Why? Why would you have been working with the Human Removal Service? Getting caught in that organization's web of death wasn't something I ever intended to do. It wasn't something Kojiro ever would have done. But it was necessary. Necessary in order to finish his latest book. Noble Sinclair rose through the ranks of a shadow society within mere weeks. Chalk it up to his, or my, occult experiences. Yeah, he did a small dumb thing, just cutting off his damn arm. Couldn't done it without connection I formed as Kojiro. Could have done any of this without him. From the top of the ladder now, so to speak. A bunch of killers on my table. Even the dog Junpei is on my leash now. Don't know where I'll go from here. My original plan was to shut the Human Removal Service down, delete its existence as a vital act of love for Noriko. But the power is nice. The power is intoxicating. Again, Kojiro would have toyed around with something like this. I'm not Kojiro. I look over the book in my hand once more. It's heavy, full of words that carry more weight than they should. But the people believe the contents of this book is out of my control. But those with a keen intellect will surely be able to piece the truth together. My eye scanned the cover and read with large embossed letters. Corpse Factory, a novel by Noble Sinclair. I've never been more proud of my work. Yet, what a twisted journey this was. I couldn't believe that we're not quite done yet. I'm missing two endings. So how to get those endings, I do have an idea. And we also need to do the Crow Factory, whatever that is. So, we're gonna be doing that next Friday. And if somehow we get all of that done before, I have to think of something new. But that's for next Friday. Oh. Such twists and turns. But it also shows that Noble Sinclair is absolutely insane. Oh, right, the endings have been opened. Which ending would you like to do? I can check the other endings. That doesn't seem like right here. Honestly, the most sane person of the entire group was Shinya. As it hates me to say, it was Shinya. And after that, Miki Tomoe. She was certainly an idiot and got into the completely wrong things, but hey, good ending for now. Anyway, I'll see you on Friday as we figure out the two other endings, and I think I know how to get them. So, thank you for watching, and I'll